Dear students, a very good afternoon. So we were revising the lessons, and those lessons that will appear in term 1 exam. So today we will revise the third chapter from your reader book, that is Making Friends. Here already we have discussed it thoroughly, word by word, sentence by sentence, but now this session is for mock questions. Especially I will reiterate those questions that for those things, for those questions there is a greater probability that they appear in the exam. Don't think that these are the things that will appear. This may appear. This is the very type of questions that will appear in the exam. So be careful, try to revise. Already we have asked and we have gone through that kind of session in the morning during our live online class. But now I am repeating it so that you can revise the questions which were asked there, and probably some other questions which I am uttering here. And this session is actually for your term 1 exam, where you are about to appear, and these are the questions that may appear from Making Friends, the chapter Making Friends. So the first question that I might ask you there, and remember one thing I was forgetting, is that your whole question paper will be divided into two parts. In one part, section A, there will be some passages, and from the passages questions will be asked. Once you read the passage, there is no problem and you won't find any kind of trouble to find out the answer, okay, of the questions. And there will be another part, that is part B or section B. There I am going to ask you some direct questions. Directly some questions will be asked, and no context will be given there for those questions. If the exam is 40 marks, the whole value of the question paper, if it becomes 40 marks, then there will be two parts. Section A, 30 marks, consisting of 6 passages, 5 each, and section B, there will be 5 questions, 2 marks each. That's how I will make the questions, and this will be the question pattern for your term 1 exam. So let's come back to Making Friends. This is a novel, and especially the question may come that where from this extract was taken. This is actually taken from Little Women. There is a novel by the same author, Little Women. From that novel, this is a part of it, an extract of it, and this is presented to you like in a dramatized format, so that you can feel it, so that you can get amusement from it, to represent it to you in a way that it becomes entertaining for you. Now, which time of the year or which time of the century is mentioned here? That is a 19th century. And what kind of girl is Jo? She is tomboyish. Question may also arise that which of the 4 girls is beautiful? That is Meg. Which of them is having curly hair? That is what is his name? Amy. Yes, Amy. And the tomboyish one is Jo, and another one is there, quite frail. That one is Beth. So these are the 4 sisters. With whom do they live? They live with their mother. Where is their father? Their father is at war. Okay. Now come to the stage direction there in the beginning. From there the question may arise like, where is the what is it called? Fireplace. Where is the fireplace situated at their drawing room? It is in between the 2 sofas. Okay. Who is reading a novel? Meg is reading a novel. What is the name of the novel? That is Ivanhoe. And again question may arise because there is a note, separate note for the novel Ivanhoe, and it is written that that is a historical novel on the adventures of Sir Wilfred of Ivanhoe. So there also I can make questions that what kind of novel is Ivanhoe? This is a historical novel. This novel deals with what? What is the subject matter of the novel Ivanhoe? Then you have to say that this is the adventure of Sir Wilfred of Ivanhoe. So be very careful, read minutely every single line which is printed on your text. Yes. Okay. I can also ask you, yes, to define the term genteel poverty. Genteel poverty. Here it is defined in an elaborate way, having little money but high social standing. Now the question is, why has it been said so about about the family of these four girls? Because in the family of that four girls in the drawing room, you could see so many costly curtains, fireplace, costly furniture, but those covers which are costly, and it seems that these covers had been once very radiant, very sharp, very glittering, but those are not changed, which means there was a time when that family was able to buy all these things. Now they are not able to do it, buy it again. That's why the same cover is there on the chairs, on the curtains, and everywhere. That is why genteel poverty means they have a high social standard, but they don't have that much economical support. Okay, I can also ask you to define the term toast your feet, which Meg said. Joe said to, what was it, Meg? Because Meg was reading the novel, enjoying the novel actually, while sitting lazily, stretching her legs towards the fireplace. Toast your feet means to warm her feet. She mockingly said it. Meg was warming her feet, and Joe, in a mocking way, to jeer at him, she said, to jeer at her, she said that you toast your feet there. You stay there, stay lazily, I will go outside. So what was Joe doing by that time? She was sweeping the snow from the roads. And what made Meg horrified with the prospect that Joe will go out to have some exercise? That is the idea which made Meg horrified. Okay. What kind of boots did Joe wear? That was rubber boots. Yes. Give a brief appearance of Joe in the beginning of the drama, that she was wearing a rubber boots, and she also wore a hooded cap with a broom in one hand and shovel in the other. That's how she was equipped in the beginning. Now, yes. When Joe went outside and again came back within a short while, she informed about someone to Meg, her sister. Who was that person? That person was Mr. Lordy, that little Lordy, who used to live in their neighborhood alone with his grandpa. There was no one else except the housemaid. And why has it been a matter of concern for Joe? Because Joe thought that the little boy might have felt so lonely, having no one to play with him, especially of his age. That's why Joe decided that I should go there. I must go there, and I should give him company. I should read him some novels, some funny comics. I should play with him a bit. So Joe could feel that the little boy was really very lonely. So that is another aspect of Joe. Apart from being tomboy, she is also compassionate. Remember this. Yes, with whom Lordy lives? Lordy lives with his grandpa. Did anyone Did anyone ever read any story to Lordy? Yes, his grandpa, but sometimes. Why did Lordy's grandpa not continue to read the comics books for him? Because Lordy's grandpa didn't find those books so much interesting. That's why he stopped reading those things for Lordy. Was there anyone to play with Lordy? No, there was no one to play with Lordy. What are the gifts that Joe brought with her exactly for little Lordy? She brought some blancmange, which is a type of cold dessert, kind of sweet, cold sweet, and she also brought some kittens from Beth or Meg. Let me check. Yes, Beth. So those kittens belong to Beth, and those kittens she brought. And the blancmange. Who sent the blancmange? Meg. Meg sent the blancmange for Lordy. Though these information you please take care to notice and take care to remember. Meg sent the blancmange. Beth sent the kittens, and Jo was herself there present in order to do whatever kind of tricks little Lordy wants to see. Okay. 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 So that's how generally the questions will be like that. Again, one more thing. Okay, how did little Lordy know the names of the girls? Because often Lordy heard those girls calling each other, and Lordy used to sit by the window of his room and used to look at this family. And how did he get to know them? Through the open window. And through that window, Lordy saw all the 4 girls sitting together with their mother, having a nice chat. And he used to long for those things. So that's how he got acquainted with all those girls. And after hearing the story, what was the reaction of Joe? Joe told him that I would never draw the curtain for that window. You can have a look at us anytime you want. And why only peeping through window? You come to our home, we will be glad, our mother will be glad to receive you. So that's how Joe reacted to Lordy's plight, Lordy's condition, which was really very pathetic. And when Joe reached the library of Mr. Lordy, little Lordy's grandpa, he saw there was rows of books, and on the wall there was a painting of that aged person, who is actually little Lordy's grandpa. And the thing was that on the table, on the cabinet, there was some curiosity scattered over it. Curiosity means those peculiar objects that will attract your or draw your attention, your interest, your curiosity. You will become curious to those things. That's why they are curiosities. And I will ask you that what kind of comments did Meg make after watching the portrait of little Lordy's grandpa. You need to say that what kind that the grandpa had some kind eyes, some stern jaws. Okay, all those things you need to mention there. And what happened there when Meg was actually commenting on the portrait? Right at that time, the grandpa, actually the real man whose portrait was there hanging from the wall, he was standing right behind Joe, but Joe didn't realize it. Okay, so these are the types of questions that may appear in your exam. So it is better you read line by line. Okay, and also try to infer meaning from between the line. So you enjoy your study. That's what I can wish for you, and that's what I want. Keep on taking enjoyment, extracting amusement from your study, and see how beautiful it will become. Okay, so that's all for today, students. Tata.